Hello friends, namaste. Today I'm going to do a post-match analysis between Nepal and Pakistan 2023 Asia Cup group stage match. It was held yesterday, 30th of August, and I'm not very good professional analyst, and I never played uh, cricket professionally, but as a fan, I like to propose my views about the match between Nepal and Pakistan. It was a really average match, I would like to say, because uh, Nepal had done really good cricket mm, in associate nations, and Nepal really qualified for the Asia Cup. It was not like something, uh, the ACC feel pity about the Nepali cricket and they just gave a chance. Nepal really deserved and they fought for that spot in the Asia Cup. So Nepal was obviously a qualified nation to play the Asia Cup. So, uh, so the match was held in Pakistan Multan Cricket Stadium, and it is one of the most famous cricket stadium in Pakistan, and it is commonly known for you know the big scores made by Birendra Sehwag from India during the match between India and Pakistan, where he had scored 300 plus runs, and it is one of the uh, to score 300 plus run is really rare, and it is not obvious that everybody can score 300 plus. It is not even easy to score 50 plus 50 plus runs in cricket, but he did 300 plus, and that's why the Multan Cricket Stadium is really famous for the Birendra Sehwag's 300 plus run. And beside this, mm, when we look at the pitch, it is said that the cricket pitch is more flat and it is really good for batsmen. So it is a batting pitch. And yesterday, when we see the match between Nepal and Pakistan, we could really see that the temperature was about 37 degrees centigrade, and it is really hot temperature to play in that temperature. Especially a Nepali player are normally playing at 30 degrees centigrade, max 32 degrees centigrade, and in such a humid and such a hot temperature, Nepal really don't play much. Nepal don't have very much experience about. Such conditions, and beside this, Nepal infrastructure about cricket stadium is not really good, and they don't have floodlights. That's why the floodlights, Nepali players are not usual with the night games and the playing condition in the floodlights. That's why it was a really new experience for Nepali player. Even though I think Nepali player did average cricket. So it was a hot temperature, and we can see a lot of sweats on the face of uh, players between Nepal and Pakistan. So the toss was won by the Pakistani captain Babar Azam against the Nepali cricket captain Rohit Paudel. Uh, in that condition, Babar Azam knew that Multan is really famous for batting pitch, so he decided to do batting. Beside this, uh, maybe because in this moment the uh, cricket ranking of Pakistan is really nice. They are the number one ODI nation in cricket, and uh, the the top five batsmen ODI batsmen of the world are from uh, Pakistan. The Pakistani two openers are between third ranking and fifth ranking, and Babar Azam is number one ranking batsman. So I think for that advantage also they decided to do first batting. So it was a really bad luck that Nepal lost the toss, and if Nepal really won't have won the toss, Nepal probably will have done batting because it is a batting pitch, and beside this, Nepal doesn't want to get a big scores, and that's why they first would like to bat, so that if they ball first, then they won't get a big scores from Pakistan. So I really thought that if Nepal will have won the toss, they will obviously do batting, but Nepal lost and they do the bowling. And from Nepali side, if we see that Nepali bowler, opener bowler Sompal Kami and Karan Kesi did really well in first power play, that is first 10 over. First, uh, beside this, the when we look at the bowling, the initial bowling was really nice. Uh, they were really using uh, the swing, even though a lot of swing was not happening in the pitch, and Nepali fielding was it was really confusing because they did a very good uh, with the run out, especially in the direct hit run out. But when we go through the misfielding, they were worst. Sorry to say that, but they were uh, losing a lot of boundary in misfielding, and two important catches they lost. One especially with the Babar Azam. Karan Kesi was doing bowling and Babar Azam was not even at 60, and so when he Babar Azam straight hit against the batted against the Karan Kesi, and the Karan Kesi had the ball on his hand, but it slipped away. I think he was not prepared. I think Karan Casey was not prepared for that moment, so suddenly the ball slipped. Maybe because Karan Casey was very sweaty, so the ball slipped away from his hand. And that Babar Azam, number one batsman of the ODI ranking, hit 150 plus run. So that was a game changing point for a lucky moment for Pakistani cricket team. If we reduce 100, then it is about 240, 50 plus, something like that run for Pakistan. But they were really lucky. And beside this, in the opening, the opener batsmen were gone. But before that also, opener batsman catch was dropped by Arif Sheikh in the slip. So it was a really bad, unlucky moment for Nepal. And when we go through the Nepali batting lineup, uh, when we go through the openers, Asif Sheikh and Kushal Bhurtel. Kushal Bhurtel was really unlucky, really unlucky to get out because he was scoring. He had scored four in his first spells, and he went in the leg side, caught out by uh, wicketkeeper against the bowling of pacer Sahil Afridi. So it was a it was a really bad moment, and after that, Rohit Paudel was not prepared for the pace of Afridi had 140 plus speed, and that is not usual for Nepali player, and so it was a very good spell. It was a very good Yorker by Afridi, and so Rohit, Rohit was LBW. It was also unlucky for Rohit, and when we go through the Asif Sheikh, he did. I think he did bad batting because Asif Sheikh was trying to play the cover drive. So in the offside, when he was trying to play the cover drive, and so he was caught out by uh, the slip. So I think he should not have tried that shot because Nepal had already lost two important wickets, Captain Rohit Paudel and Bhurtel, opener Bhurtel, and he should have more patient, and he should not have uh, played more in offside in the during the for the cover drive, because there were three players in the slip, and plus they had a wicket keeper. That's why he should not have batted in the right offside. He should have focused more on the defense and more on his comfortable batting style, and he should have played more on leg side. That's what I thought. And after that, when we go through the Arif Sheikh, Arif Sheikh was doing really good batting in, and he was doing uh, comfortable batting for himself, and he was building a good partnership with Sompal Kami. Mm, so it was really nice to see their partnership. And when Arif was trying to play his usual shot, so he was out. I I don't know what to say about mm, that out, because I think it was a usual shot he wants to try, but the pace and a little bit more bounce. He was the placement of his bat was not exactly according to the bounce of the ball. So when we go through the Sompal Kami, Sompal was uh, the coach did a very good decision to put Sompal in above batting line, because in the emerging cup uh, match between Nepal and Pakistan, he really scored good runs against Pakistan A team. So he was put forward, and maybe the another reason to put him forward was because the Kusal Malla is not very good. So Kushal Malla is a hard hitter, and he's really good with spinners. He's not very familiar with the pacers, the speed bowlers. That's why he was put behind. And maybe another reason for him keeping for the low order was maybe you know so that the other players will play with the pacers, and for him he will be staying for the spinners, because normally spinners come after 20 overs in ODI playing cricket. So, and when we go through the Gulshan Jha, he is a very courageous young talent of Nepal, and normally he hits. When you put the ball in the offside, and he hits six, because it is his comfortable zone. That's why we saw one and only six hit by Nepali player, that was Gulshan Jha, and because the ball was the in his comfortable zone by the player. And and another shot he tried was, the ball was coming just before the wicket, so he tried to hit the six, and so he was caught. And at that time the Pakistani fielder did really really good, very good fielding. So that was unlucky for Gulshan Jha, and I think he should not have tried that batting, six hitting batting, trying to hit the six, because he normally doesn't hit six when the ball is in front of the wicket. Normally he hits six when the ball is in the offside for him. So it was like that. And when we go through Dipendra Singh Eri, he's very very good all rounder. He contributes either with the fielding, and uh, his he does very good uh, direct hit run-outs, and he's a very good fielder. He's a very good part-time spinner also, part-time bowler, and he's also good batsman. But yesterday he could not perform according to the expectation, because he's he did a direct hit out, but his fielding was not very normal, because he does better than that type of fielding. And uh, and 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 when we go through at his recent performance at Global T20 in Canada, he did average batting, and yesterday his batting was also not good. So, and when we go to the Sandeep Lamisane, the superstar of Nepal, and he should not have tried to hit big six, and he should have focused more on defense. But the thing is that sometimes if you don't hit and you try to do a lot of defense, you don't get a lot of runs also. So it is a mix. If you are very good with defense, and you can uh, catch few 1 2 runs, and let the uh, bowlers be frustrated and let them hit like extra run in wides and no balls. So for that, you should be very good with defense. But if you are not with good defense, then sometimes it's better to try to hit 6 or 4 in boundaries. So this is my analysis. I don't say I am a very good analysis, because it's my first analysis, post match analysis. And I would like to say thank you very much for listening me. uh, it's rather to listen with the experts rather than a Nepali cricket fan or a cricket fan. So it is just a small analysis from a cricket fan, not an expert. Thank you very much. I wish every 6 nations from Asia they do very good uh, for the Asia Cup, and especially I wish that Nepal could will beat India, because that is the final match for Nepal to the next round. It is very, 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 very difficult. I think Nepal has maybe 10% chance of beating India, but coincident coincidence happens. Whether it is in football or in cricket, nobody have ever thought that Bangladesh could have beat Australia. So coincidence happens, and I really wish Kushal Bhutter would score century against India. Thank you very much. धन्यवाद. नमस्ते. जय नेपाल.